Hi everyone, it's Kelly from Kelly's Bead Boutique. So, I come up with about 99% of the projects in this store. I don't know, I just it's my thing, it's what I like to do. But every once in a while, I will ask my staff to try and put together something. So I asked Jen, that works for me, to come up with a new kit. We do sell a lot of kits in the store. People like to just kind of come in, grab something, go. They don't want to have to think about it. So I had her come up with this really cute bracelet, or it's not a cute bracelet, it is a necklace. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I've been filming since, God knows when. Anyway, so this is a really great necklace that's super simple to do. We'll have it in kit form so you don't have to pick out anything. And it's great for all my purple loving friends. So come and join me and I'll show you how to make this gorgeous necklace that Jen designed. All right, so to make my purple heart necklace, I have about 8 inches of 20 gauge wire, a little heart, a ring, one of my purple faceted Chinese crystals, some end caps, and I have a couple little tiny embellishments there. I have a tube for the leather, and I have my 2mm leather, and I have about a meter there. Please excuse my hands. I have glue all over them because I've been filming all morning. Okay, so for tools, I'm going to use chain nose pliers, round nose pliers, bent chain nose pliers, and a pair of cutters. Okay, so I am going to take my wire and I'm going to straighten it out. And it's probably way too much wire, but that's what I kind of grabbed. And I'm going to bend over. Now I'm going to do a little messy wrap. Normally I'm really, pretty particular about my wraps, but this one I'm going to do like a little messy wrap. So I do the same thing. I bend my wire away, make my loop, and then I'm going to attach it through my little heart here, and then I'm going to come across with my pliers, and what I do is I go around once and twice. Now I'm going to work towards where I started, so I just go backwards. So it's not really completely messy because I just have a real hard time with messy anything. So but what it does, it kind of bulks it up, and I love that look. So now I'm going to use the flush side of my cutter, and I'm going to give that a little trim. And I am going to just tuck in any burrs that might happen to be there. You don't want anything that might poke you. Okay, so now I am going to put on one of these little tiny faceted spacers. Now the reason that you put that on is that these bead caps have a big hole in them, and if I was just to put the bead cap on, it would go right over top of that metal. So I'm just going to add that on there, put on my crystal, put on my bead cap, another one of the little spacers, and bring those down. So now I want to make sure that I orient my loop going the same direction as this first one that I did. So this one I'm going to do, I'm just going to pull all of these down and then pull over. I don't want much of a neck on here. I need to make my loop big enough to go over top of this, and it's got quite a big bit of material on there. So I'm going to come up way up on my pliers so that I end up with a bigger loop, and I'm going to go up and over and down, rotate my pliers, and then I just kind of get that right where I want it. So now I'm going to take my loop and put it over my little ring there, and I'm going to do the same sort of thing that I did on the other side. So I'm going to wrap that around, and I'm going to go once or twice, and now I'm going to work my way back up. And again, this can be messy, but you can see that I still like to make things kind of perfect. I don't know, it's my thing. I can't seem to do anything that is too messy looking. So again, I'm using the flush cutter, using the flush side, and I'll go in and I'll check for any burrs. That one isn't too bad, but I'm still going to just give it a little push. And I always kind of feel, and if it's sticking up at all, give it another little, that's better. Okay, so there is our pendant. Super simple to throw together. Okay, so now we are going to do some barrel knots, because I can't make anything without a barrel knot apparently. So I am going to place my leather through here, and I'm going to pull one side just a little bit longer, not a lot, but just maybe an inch or inch and a half. So that's going to be my top one. So now I'm going to take my little tube that I'm going to make my barrel knot with, and I'm going to place it in between my leathers. And I'm always working with the outside one, so I'm going to bring that around, and I'm going to wrap it towards my left hand 3 times. So now I'm going to come up through the back end of that tube, and then I pull the tube off. Now you can see that my hand is right over top of that barrel nut, which makes it hard for you guys to see, but I need to hold on to that to make sure that my knot doesn't go crazy, because you can see it's a little bit loose. So what I'm going to do is push down with the opposite one that I was using, or I wasn't using, I guess, and then I tighten up with the one that I was wrapping with. So you just kind of pull it where you want it, and then make that nice and tight. And it just gives you that little, it just kind of adds a little bit of an embellishment on there. Okay, so now on the ends, I'm going to even those up. So I'm going to just trim that off. And now I'm going to make my sliding knots. So I'm going to fold over, it's about 3 inches or so, and then I'm going to take this end and I'm going to place it underneath that, evening up all of those ends so they all are about 3 inches. So now it ends up looking like I have 3 pieces of leather. So I take this one that's closest to me and I bring it around towards the back. And now I'm going to be working towards my right hand. So it's kind of like a barrel knot, but it's a little bit different. Okay, so I'm now going to go around once and twice, and then I'm going to take that through that hole. So you want to go down. So I just kind of pop it through there, and then you pull. And then you pull that up. So I pull this, and then I pull that. So that's pretty simple. Okay, so now I want to make one that's on the other side. So I'm going to sort of pull out and double that up, and I want to make them so that they're about even. So I'm just going to line that up. This takes a little bit of fiddling around to kind of get it where you want it. Okay. Make sure that's kind of in the middle. That's about where I want it. Okay, so now I'm just going to fold that over. So again, now I'm making like a bit of a loop, and that looks like about 3 inches or so. So now I'm going to, I just kind of hold on to that, and now I'm going to pull that around to the back, and I'm going to wrap it around once, and then twice. And you kind of want to hold on to this whole thing or it will go off on you. Now I'm going to take this end and go down through that loop. So you can kind of take it and poke it down there, and then you're going to pull. And as you're pulling, you're going to be pushing with your other hand and pulling with the right hand. And that's as easy as it is for sliding knots. So I just make sure that that is where I want it. Pull nice and tight. Now you never want to use glue on sliding knots, because then they won't slide. So then you just give it a trim, give that side a trim, and then now you can pull it tight, or you can pull it apart. So it's super simple. So the nice thing about having an adjustable necklace is you can wear it long one day, and then you can wear it short. So there you go. There's our quick and easy purple heart necklace. Thanks, Jen, for creating this. I really appreciate your help on something. It's always nice to have somebody else's designs. You know, it's kind of fun doing something a little bit different. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give me a like. I will have a kit available. It'll be in the drop-down menu, so make sure to hop on to our website and have a look. We have a huge website full of all kinds of stuff. And if you live in the US, because most of my customers seem to be in the US, I drive down about at least once a week and do all my mailing from the US. I'm not far from the border. That will save you any kind of duties and taxes and things like that, and it makes it a little bit faster, because if you ship from Canada, it goes by, you know, the donkey or something. It takes forever. So that's one of the little things that I do to make it a little bit better for the American customers. So please leave me a comment and tell me what you liked about the video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you at the next one.